Star Trek. The Next Generation wasn't serialized, but tell that to these season 4 episodes. When Star Trek, The Next Generation premiered in 1987, it proudly wore the mantle of the syndicated, watch any episode in any order television format. You could drop in for a random adventure, enjoy the ride, and never feel like you missed anything essential. But by season 4, that premise began to wobble, at least in the hands of the show's increasingly confident writers. TNG may not have been serialized like Deep Space Nine or Discovery, but a handful of season 4 episodes accidentally stitched together ongoing arcs that were richer and more connected than anyone expected in the early 90s. If you were watching weekly back then, you probably didn't notice at first. But on a rewatch today, especially when you binge them back to back, season 4 starts looking suspiciously like the writer's room had a corkboard full of red string. 1. The Best of Both Worlds, Part 2, and Family, the Aftermath arc. It's easy to remember The Best of Both Worlds as TNG's first true cliffhanger, but the real surprise comes with Family, the episode that follows. Instead of blasting straight into a disconnected new mission, Family lingers in the wreckage of Picard's assimilation by the Borg. The captain returns home to France to heal, his emotional trauma laid bare. Worf reconnects with his parents. Wesley receives a recorded message from his late father. This wasn't just serialized storytelling, it was emotional serialization. Family is the rare Star Trek episode of the era that spends more time unpacking last week's events than it does introducing new phaser fights. In retrospect, it's a pro-DS9 move, showing that consequences could ripple across episodes without breaking the episodic mold. 2. Reunion, Redemption. The Klingon succession saga begins. Worf's family drama doesn't end in Family. Just a few episodes later, Reunion kicks off one of TNG's most elaborate political arcs, the struggle for control of the Klingon High Council. Worf's honor, stripped away in Season 3's Sins of the Father, remains a festering wound, and Reunion raises the stakes with the introduction of Garen, the assassination of Chancellor Kompek, and the reveal of Worf's son, Alexander. The story doesn't conclude here. It's planted like a ticking time bomb that will detonate in the Season 4 finale, Redemption, which itself is another cliffhanger. TNG didn't often revisit political arcs in sequence, but the Klingon Civil War stretched across multiple seasons, making this early foray into multi-episode plotting feel like a shadow serialization inside the show's bigger anthology structure. 3. Data's Day. The Wounded. The subtle Cardassian prelude. Season 4 isn't just about character continuity, it's also planting seeds for future shows. Data's Day plays like a charming day in the life episode until you realize it contains espionage subplots involving Vulcan Ambassador Tuppel and the Romulans. The very next episode, The Wounded, introduces the Cardassians for the first time. The 2 episodes are not officially a two-parter, but they share a subtle thread. The Federation is quietly dealing with dangerous political tensions on multiple fronts. Seen today, it feels like the writers were testing the waters for serialized world building, something Deep Space Nine would later master, with the Cardassians becoming a central player in the franchise's most sprawling conflicts. 4. Cupid. The Mind's Eye. Redemption. A lurking Romulan schemes. This one's a bit of a stealth arc. Cupid is remembered for its Robin Hood romp, but tucked inside is the return of Vash, which teases long-term relationships beyond single episodes. 2 weeks later, The Mind's Eye delivers a tense Manchurian Candidate-style thriller with Geordi brainwashed by the Romulans to assassinate a Klingon governor. This event doesn't get neatly wrapped up. Instead, it feeds directly into Redemption, where the Romulans' hand in Klingon politics is revealed. What looked like disconnected stories at the time now plays like a low-key espionage trilogy, one that rewards viewers who pay attention to the details. 5. Half a Life and The Host. Beverly Crusher's romantic continuity. Dr. Crusher didn't often get the benefit of character arcs, but Season 4 slipped in some ongoing personal threads. In Half a Life, her moral compass is put to the test when she helps Waxana Troy's lover try to evade a culture's ritual suicide. Just 2 weeks later, in The Host, she falls for Odin, a Trill diplomat, in a relationship that challenges her understanding of identity and love. While not a direct continuation, there's a noticeable through line in Crusher's emotional growth, a willingness to confront complex, ethically messy relationships, something that makes her later Picard appearances all the richer. 6. First Contact. Galaxies.